Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons.
Thank you for your support. Enjoy the video.
Hey there, Rulers. Welcome back to Ruler School. This is DMO73, and I am joined by this guy over here. Let me point the right way. This is Josh Patton, current member, owner, organizer, captain of
owner, yeah, all of it.
Of the Rogues Guild competitive Force of Will team, who has had quite the season, rocking quite a few GP events, including first, second, and third in GP Vegas and other top 8 performances. And so you might be wondering, well, he's also been on the podcast a couple of times, including freezing on camera this past Monday. But you might be wondering what we're doing here. Please don't be frozen again. Thank you. We are here to announce a cool little project, and that is the fact that Ruler School, TCG, the YouTube video channel that you're currently watching, is now partnering with and hosting Rogues Guild's content. So Rogues Guild has their own channel, but we decided to kind of combine together, and we are going to be serving as the new host for all of the content that they have been producing, so we can get it in the eyes of more people and get you guys more consistent content and a vast array of different content here on the channel. So, Josh, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what Rogues Guild brings to the table content-wise?
So Rogues Guild was founded on the idea that steel sharpens steel, right? So we spend a lot of time testing, and it was something that we wanted to do going into any event, is we wanted to have a full understanding of the meta, so we never got blindsided. So in order to do this, one of the things that we ended up just naturally doing, what a lot of competitive players do, is they take their concepts and they run it through everything that is good, right? And so we just threw a title on that, and we called it the Gauntlet, right? So we do a gauntlet every 2 weeks where we run some deck concept that we've come up with, or that somebody else has come up with, and we run it through what we consider the meta, the best decks are. And we kind of do the pros and cons over commentary and see how that goes. That's been kind of one of our big staples. And then the other thing that I do on the side is I actually do a finance. So in my whole Force of Will career, I've been opening boxes, and I've been selling singles online, and I've been trying to maintain a net expense of $0 in the game, right? So I wanted to start sharing all of my knowledge that I've acquired over years with other players of Force of Will who maybe want to decrease some of their costs. So these are just some of the things that we had started to come up, and we had a lot of other bigger and grander ideas that we wanted, but these were all forged in the off-season, right? At the end of the day, as soon as GP Vegas started, we went boots on the ground for testing and playing, and we haven't stopped since. So for those of you that have been following Rogues Guild, our content has started to slow tremendously, and essentially what we realized is that we are players, and we would rather play. We'd rather put the grind in and all the effort in. So to have the opportunity to merge with a known channel like Ruler School and be able to just fill in some of the gaps so that it's just constant content on one channel, and then we can continue to test and play as much as we want, but produce not as much content as a whole in-depth channel, but enough to feed the community. I think this is an awesome opportunity for us.
Yeah, we're happy to have you be coming alongside. So to give you, the viewer, a little bit of a heads up about how this is going to work, all of the content that you are used to on the Ruler School is going to remain. We're not cutting any of the content we do in order to host. In fact, we will probably be producing potentially multiple videos a day rather than just one single upload. So you will still get the You'll still get the weekly feature match. You'll still get the Monday Night Teachers Lounge. The members of the Teachers Lounge will probably more consistently include members of Rogues Guild sitting in with us, which will be great to bring their competitive mindset to the table. They've often participated in the chat, so now we're going to get them behind the scenes and get them on the camera and share their opinions that way. I think it's going to be great. You're still going to get deck profiles. Paul's still going to be providing you what we call the 30,000 feet view of tournaments in terms of overall what the overall meta is, the ruler breakdown, and those pieces, and kind of what you need to know that way. But Rogues Guild is going to be bringing their competitive mind as well as Josh's financial mind to the channel. So what you're going to see is Josh is going to continue to produce his financial videos as they happen and host them here. And then as tournaments happen, we'll have the Rogues Guild members kind of produce the boots on the ground tournament reports in terms of like what decks they ended up bringing, how the decks did, what their thoughts were. So you can get kind of you get both sides, right? You get the meta as the whole and then the mind of the player after the fact from a tournament, which is something that I think we've kind of been lacking just in general as Force of Will content overall of YouTube, but especially here on Ruler School. So we're excited about that. And then, of course, the Gauntlet. So we are going to be allowing, we're like, be very, very clear. Ruler School does not own Rogues Guild. We are not taking any content from them. We are, in fact, just partnering to help boost their content to more viewers. So with that, they host their Gauntlet live over on Twitch, which is awesome. So we are going to support that by giving you push notifications, videos of when they are going live on Twitch. So you know, hey, let's go over to Twitch. Let's go watch the Gauntlet and stuff like that. And then Rogues Guild will be putting up their summary videos, which they usually do. It's like 5 different decks usually that you guys play up against, right?
Yeah,
4 or
yeah.
5?
We usually run 5 decks, and then we do a deck profile there at the end of whatever we decided to run through the gauntlet.
Yeah, so the summary videos showcasing each hour worth of gameplay, essentially each deck, will then be produced as individual videos and then will be put here on the channel for people who might not want to go watch Twitch or can't watch it live. And be very, very clear, Rogues Guild also has their own means of providing you with additional content outside of the channel, and that comes through their Patreon. So we will have links to those down below in the description of this video, as well as in the description of every Rogues Guild video that gets put on here, because we want to support with the channel and the work that they do. So Josh, can you tell us a little bit about exactly how the Patreon for Rogues Guild works?
Yeah, so the Patreon was just something that we decided to set up so that we could give a place for competitive players to come and to brainstorm and to think. So we have our minimum at $5, and that gets you access to our private Discord and all the communications with all the teammates. So we use that Discord very regularly. You just got involved with it today, so you
There's a lot of it.
So yeah, you can attest to it, and then yeah, from there we post articles. Oftentimes our tournament reports end up in an article because they're better to write up sometimes. But then also any of our extra decks that we decided to throw up, any kind of weird, crazy ideas that we can't put on video, but we want to throw out to the world. We put it on there, and then also sometimes we put out just competitive thoughts on how TCGs function or ways to look at the game differently. So it's kind of it's a breeding ground for competitive play. We just wanted to have that for everybody, and we don't want to get rid of that at all. It's a nice place, even just for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, again, being very, very clear, we want to support the work there. So if you are very competitively minded and you want to continue to kind of cheer on Rogues Guild and what they're doing and get access to that kind of competitive, it's like, what, 10 members on the team? Like,
yeah,
there's a lot.
Yeah, we have 10 rogues right now, and then we've talked about it enough. There's not going to be a cap to this. Honestly, we're gonna let this grow or shrink as the years go, and we will just continue to run with the punches. We'll see.
And there's a lot of competitive experience in that group who have had success not only this season but in past seasons and in different side events and off-season events and stuff. So there's a lot of experience to draw from there, and so if you want to get access access to that, again, consider going to support Rogues Guild directly. And then again, of course, watch their videos here on the channel as they go live, because again, we want to simply be a platform for them to be able to show their content to you guys, as well as you guys to be able to ingest more forceful content. I mean, because more is better, right? So,
Exactly.
but yeah, we just wanted to let you guys know that we will be, I think, going live this weekend for the first gauntlet that I will be participating in as a pseudo, I guess, kind of official new rogue.
Yeah.
So I will be participating in the gauntlet this weekend, so there'll be a video going up to notify you when that is live. You can also just find a link down to Rogues Guild's Twitch down below in the description, just to go ahead and get subscribed and notified in advance. So we're really looking forward to this opportunity to kind of work together. We're hoping that you guys are excited about it too, and looking forward to just more content in the future. So any closing thoughts, Josh?
No, man, that's an honor, and I'm glad that we ended finally come to this conclusion. Let's get it.
Looking forward to it.
Let's make
get
this
at
game
it.
great again.
So until next time, though, rulers, this has been DMO73, and I've been joined by new partner and captain of the Rogues Guild, Josh Patton. And until next time, this is the two of us saying, class dismissed.